What up, YouTube? Asian Persuasion here, and we're here at YCS Sacramento, and we're here with top 32 duelist, my boy Adam, playing what deck, my friend?
Sanke-Eyes Fiendsmith.
Ooh, best deck, eh? All right, you want to start off with shoutouts, my friend?
Yes, sir. So I shout out my fiance Alexa. Congratulations to us. We're the best. Thanks for your support.
Congrats on that.
Shout out to Team JRB. We had a bunch of heads in Top Cut. Shout out to Sacramento, NorCal gang, a bunch of heads in Top. Shout out to the kind of day one guys over there playing Edison, Ricky, Mark, and Enye. I'll get to one more guy over there in a second. And then shout out to Salas, Keeley, Mitch, Tristan, Mike, who I'll also come back
to.
30-second. Back over there who helped me work on the deck.
Where are you at? Let's go, Andrew.
Still hasn't money matched me. Shout out to the Trap Church profile.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, you still not putting out, bro. Shots fired.
And then I got some shade shout outs. So I'll mention one more. Shout out to Denny Yu, who came back, wanted to play some side events, won a nice little side event. Can't hang with the big fellas, I get it. Shout out to Micah, the last member of the trio, who
hey, he's
as Pac said, the voiceless voice teammate.
The anchor in all of our team at this point. Anchor of our team. Anchor of our team.
Yeah,
heavy anchor.
Boat's going nowhere.
Y'all dragging.
Boat's going nowhere.
And then shout out to Mike, who just went before me and shaded every deck choice I made.
Yeah, your whole deck is apparently wrong.
Yeah, I thought he was free farm, so I tried to target that deck list from that, so he wanted to run back. Good for him, but I wanted to beat that guy in Top Cut. Didn't get that kind of matchup. It would actually affect some of my deck choices that I picked, but let me jump into it.
All right, let's do it. Let's see it.
So pretty standard kind of Snake-Eye cards. I couldn't agree more with Mike that something's got to get banned.
Yeah.
Like, you can't put them all in one. It's still the best deck, like you said. Something's got to go. I think it's one of these.
I'm thinking Flamberge.
This guy's on. I say this guy's fine. It's because of all of this.
It's because of the other cards supporting it.
Out.
Yeah.
I only played 2 Witch. I played 3-1, and I played the 1-for-1 over the 3rd Witch. I don't think you need the math for 18. I think you're already at 90% to see a starter. You're at like 68 to see combos. I wanted to diversify cards, so if I see duplicates of this in any hand, this does something else. It's not hard ones per turn, hard ones per turn.
Yeah.
Ended up submitting my deck list wrong and got a game 2 game loss mid-round deck check in top 32 because I had 3 Witch on my list and not 1-for-1.
Oh.
So that was unfortunate. Didn't cost me the match. I should have won the match. I just played out of my mind in a bad way.
In a bad way. You weren't playing. You were there, but you played.
God said, here you go. And I said, no thanks. 3 Bonfire. These. I'm with Mike. Like both these cards should stay.
Yeah.
It's just the Snake-Eye cards got to go. Something's got to go there. Honestly, the Fiendsmith cards got to go, but
it's so new still.
Yeah, but these cards are new. So this is all my combo stuff, and then I played Blackout in the main. I wanted to still have like an extension to the standard board. I think just the Desiree isn't enough in a lot of games. I think if you're playing as many actual hand traps as Mike is, it's fine not to play this card, but you'll see I played a bit of a different setup.
Yeah.
So I played Nib, Valor, Imperm. You just saw these 4 Bestials. I don't main deck Ash Blossom. My theory was the extra deck is so tight that if you can get to the end of the board, any pair of these cracks it. Like you hit IP when they target, they try to apple, you hit anything else, you get the IP out of there, you burn that, you have a big dude on field, or you just kill the apple. And I don't think there's like ways to pivot from that point, whereas like if you're burning these cards early, there's ways to pivot.
Yeah.
Necroquip is that card. I didn't play Necroquip, spoiler, because I don't think that's the right way to play these cards. Obviously, that's not.
Necroquip is crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
His face, he's like, that card's crazy.
He's right.
Crazy.
Like he's right that card's crazy in a tournament setting because everyone's playing the hand traps that way.
Yeah.
But from my point of view, like it's just wrong to play them that way. You should be waiting till the end. So the Necroquip should, in theory, never come up if it's perfect play on both sides. The card never came up for me. I think that card is useless. There's other cards in my extra deck and side deck that I would like to use go forward.
I will agree though. I'm going to give a shout out to Adam. He's super correct though. Like if you have like these 2 or any of these, you just let them go all the way, and like you'll just catch so many people be like, oh, a Bestial IP, and they're like, "Oh, chain oppo," and then you nib, and it's game over.
Oh yeah,
It's
they
like
get
literally any two except like these exact redundant pieces.
It's like so nasty. And then after that, if they even keep trying to play, you have ball drake for nib. Like it's
Oh,
gross,
yeah.
So many people run into it.
So something Mike talked about, he's like, if you have enough hand traps, they can just never get to that spot. And he played stuff like Ash Blossom because there's like nothing better, or he played Ogre because there's nothing better. Well, I just wanted to play the good ones, so I played ways to draw into the good ones.
Oh, I see.
I was still choosing to go first. I did kind of flirt with going second game one. I think the format's just too wide to do that. But I was choosing to go second post side, so you'll see a lot of my side choices kind of cater that way. And then I played one triple tactics talent. I play cards in my side deck that work with this, but I also wanted to just have like a high impact card that I can draw off of all these draw cards to help play into boards. Definitely the worst card in my deck list. It was the worst card in my deck list in Nationals. It's been the worst card in my deck like every event I've played it recently. And I keep finding ways to trick myself to play one.
It's still in there.
And actually, it didn't even come up. I think I drew it 3 times. It didn't resolve it once.
Dang.
Side deck is mostly standard, so Beatrice is the only Xyz, all these kind of standard engine pieces, Fiendsmith package. Where I went different was with that last flex spot. I played the Underworld Goddess. I didn't play Necroquip.
Don't dare tell me you actually use Moon's effect.
100% I was using Moon's effect. And
That's
because
wild.
when you crack the board's so
Yeah.
broken that like you just clean up the bodies, or even against Templai, like you do it before battle phase, clean up the bodies, stop everything else, and you just go straight
That's actually
into,
kind of wild.
go straight into Requiem, who's the light fiend. In hindsight, there wasn't enough Snake Eye Mirror in the event. In Top Cut, for sure there was. But to get through Swiss rounds, I would not have used this. Again, I would just main deck my Fucho, most likely. I think there's just too many people who are cool with playing Shifter.
Too many people are cool.
Yeah, and yeah, Mike nailed it. Like, those decks I can lose games to, they're scary, but they're not good enough to get me through an event. So.
Yeah.
But this card's cool. Like, theory-wise, with kind of the way the deck's built, makes a lot of sense for the mirror, but it's very narrow. And I think there's so many good cards that come up, it's not real. I mentioned Fuko. I also side access code. I would probably still side access code. It was in my deck list more games than it wasn't, post side included. And I would just move this to my main deck. I played one droplet, so there's a lot of 1-0s in my side. A lot of the theories, like trying to get things that are searchable, whether it's through Beatrice or Thrust, which I'll get to. Droplet being kind of one of the random pieces where I have all these draw cards. You're drawing so many cards against Yugioh. I wanted to have a high impact card that could break it. If I cut Underworld, move this here, this probably becomes second droplet, just to get those odds higher. I had room on my side, so I played just some God cards. I main deck so many going second cards that I want to be able to show up when I do have to go first, even when I'm trying to choose second. There are matchups where I want to go first still. Runic Stun, I want to do this against Tempai, all these kind of things. So these cards are great. Called by was fantastic. Anti-Spell was fantastic. Obviously, like, they're kind of low probability because you got to find them. There's no way to play with them when they're not in your hand. But I had room, so I just kind of want to blow cards. Played a Blue Tears package. Pretty standard. I think a lot of people were doing this and that. I continue to do it. I think Beatrice into this is cool. It's pretty unlikely with like all the hand traps. You're usually ending on a middling board post side. So it's kind of not real to get there, but there are games where it gets there. And like, if you're playing against someone with my kind of thought process on how you hand trap, this is one of the cards that can force them to commit something instead of waiting for you to get through your whole board. Because if you get to Beatrice and you do this, and you set this, then go ahead, like, nib apple me, I don't care.
Yeah, you're not playing next turn.
Yeah, you're not playing next turn. So like, this actually does force interaction if they're playing the way I think is the card code to play the mirror. So this was fine. On top of that, I played Thrust. So it's like, if you're going to hand trap me, I'm going to get to these cards some way or another. Because I'm, again, so many going second cards in my main deck, I wanted cards that I could go first with, post side, but I also needed to cover gaps for when I'm going second. So I have Thrust targets in these where I'm getting hand trapped. I have Thrust targets of 1-for-1 Bonfire and OSS to extend. And then I have kind of the Blowout, Duster, and Talent. So in the mirror, again, I'm drawing cards off of Charmy, I'm drawing cards off of Phantasme. I wanted to find ways to get that out for skill drain without playing like Cosmic Cyclone or like something that was a little bit more diverse. I think a lot of the lists that are playing like 3 Crossout and 3 skill drain, like, you're missing a lot of cards that play that way. And I think you don't get a great range on it. and you have to start playing cards like Ghost Ogre, which is like, it's cool, but it does have a fail rate. It's kind of high.
Yeah.
I played Eldrick the Golden Lord.
That Runic Stun hate.
Yeah, Runic Stun hate. Played 3, won all of them. This card is incredible.
Yeah.
I want to test more with this card in the mirror. Just being a body that's like massive and something you could send out Beatrice to keep putting bodies out. It's cool.
Yeah.
This guy's great. Then the last thing was 3 Ash Blossom in the side deck. They do come up. I put them in going first in the mirror because I want to catch shadows. Card's fine in the mirror, especially like both side. But like game 1 where it's like you can't pair this card with any of the hand traps because you have to use it at some point earlier, and then like any way to extend after that, you just wasted a card. If you're doing it randomly to stop like an oak, you get thrusted or talents. So there's just kind of like a failure where it doesn't work with the other cards of what I'm trying to do. But it's obviously a phenomenal card. It comes in a ton of matchups.
For sure.
So
All right, that's the deck,
that was
man.
the deck.
Well, congratulations, my friend, getting top 32 at our new YCS, new prize card, new mat. And yeah, congrats on the top, and thanks for deck profile.
Peace. Have a good one.